friends, welcome back to Second Star to the Left. I'm Michelle, and this is my daughter Billie.
Hi.
And here's where we'll share board game reviews, ramblings, and a few wrong turns along the scenic route. It's time to wrap up September, which means it's fall. Yay, there's actually a fire in the fireplace downstairs. We had chili for dinner. It is officially fall.
I even have sleeves.
And there are sleeves. We're looking back at this month, and while we didn't play a lot of games because we were in Disney World, we did get about 6 new to us games played, so take that, unplayed game shelf. While I was trying to be good, I think I only bought Dead and Breakfast and one other game, so that was good. So all games that came in this month were things that we had previously ordered, but I did back, how many? Four Kickstarters. Now wait, that's not insane.
Isn't it?
I backed Floor Plan the Winchester House.
Okay, you've
version.
been talking about that one forever, so
right?
that's
Which
fair.
we love. Floor Plan. It's a roll and write, and they're making this really cool dual layer that's the insane Winchester house, where it has all those like doors to nowhere, which is what all my floor plans look like when we play the normal one. But this one's gonna have like a clear layer,
so this time your house is gonna look normal
for this game. So you can put the clear layer over the first floor and draw 2 floors worth of floor plans, as far as I understand from talking to them when we were out at Gen Con. So we backed that. We backed the Fox Experiment from Pandasaurus, which is the new Elizabeth Hargrave game, which we did get to play test at Gen Con. We backed Legacy...
I didn't.
Well, you should have gone. We also backed Legacy of You, which is a solo-only campaign game. There's worker placement, and you can reset the campaign and start over, and it's made by the people who made Hadrian's Wall, so I'm super excited for that one. We also backed Elevensies The Guilty Party, which is the new game in the Elevensies series collection. There's Elevensies and Elevensies for 2, which we didn't know existed, but
true
is on its way.
Is it?
Yes, because
Nice.
I upped our pledge from the basic pledge to the all-in T-Trolley pledge, which gives us copies of everything, which means I might have some copies to give away because we will have duplicates. I have issues with Kickstarter. I needed the big T-Trolley collection. But four games. But we didn't buy anything. Not really. Just Dead and Breakfast.
I guess on well, that's not...
But that's a spooky game, and we had to buy a spooky game.
I don't think that's how that works.
It is how that works. But like I said, we
spooky
did...
games I could buy. But
Those are spooky RPGs.
Yeah, but I have to buy them.
I only bought one. But like I said, we did get 6 games played off the unplayed game shelf, and I think that's pretty good. While we were in Disney World, while we didn't get to play any games, we did scout around to see if there were board games available everywhere in Disney World that we were shopping. And guess what? There were. But oddly, they weren't the games I thought would be there. I thought we'd see a lot of Villainous, especially since we were there during Mickey's not-so-scary Halloween party. There wasn't that much Villainous. I thought we'd see Jungle Cruise and Haunted Mansion and the games that are kind of... Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is either just out or coming out, or I thought we'd see those kind of games, and we didn't. I did see a copy of Small World, which is adorable, but we aren't really picking those games up. We didn't even see a copy of Hocus Pocus. And it was the Halloween party. But what we did see were these really adorable, re-themed classic family games. Like we saw a Jungle Cruise version of Hungry Hungry Hippos, which is adorable.
That's cute.
So here are some of the games that we saw while we were just browsing around. I will not spend this whole video talking about what a great time we had in Disney World, but just know that we did. And it was worth not playing board games for a week. Mm-hmm. But we'll make up for it now. Billie and I are going to talk about our top 3 board games that we played this month. We each have a list. I am going to make... I'm not going to cheat. I'm going to make an executive decision that since we played one of these on October 1st, which was before we made this video, I'm going to count it in the month we're wrapping up because I really liked it and I I wanted to play it. So
I, on the other hand, am not cheating.
no. It's not cheating.
No,
It was
what?
an executive decision.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. What was your number 3?
My number 3 is Castle Party, which I know we've talked about a lot lately, but there's a reason for that. It's really good, and I really like it.
Yeah, if you want to hear more about this one, we did a little video about it, so we talked about this plenty, and we talk about it often because it is one of our favorites. It's a flip and write, and it's spooky, and it's adorable, and it's got some twists and turns that make it different enough from the other flip and write, roll and write kind of games that we have that make it worth playing all year, not just during spooky season.
And if you're careful and very observant, you can be very mean.
Yes, you can. Like a monster. So this is Billie's number 3. And like I said, if you want to hear more about it, you can check out our video. My number 3 is Dead and Breakfast, which I think I like a lot more than Billie likes, although you like it.
I didn't dislike it.
You lost, so that makes you immediately put it lower on your list.
I think it's unfair to discredit my opinion because of that.
If you won, would you like this game more?
Probably not.
Really?
I would have laughed about it more and said, haha, in your face.
I really, really like this game. Is you're just building out this 5x5 grid of rooms and windows, and you're putting guests in it and trying to give them the best scare, right? And so if someone really wants to be scared of spiders, you want to make sure that there's spiders either horizontally or vertically, depending on what the guest card is asking for. And I like games where you're kind of puzzling out the best way to lay the tiles out to optimize your score. They're my favorite kinds of games. Tiling is my favorite mechanisms. When you add in spooky characters and fun artwork, this just kind of hit the spooky spot for me. Jim played with us and he had a good time as well, and I think we both liked it more than you did. But I think that you got frustrated because you didn't listen to the rules in the beginning, and then you got one wrong, and then you started off with like a row that wasn't going to score for you.
Yeah, but that's how you cheat, just like you did with King Domino Duel.
Oh, you never finished that game. But I told you the rule. You were just off in ADD world and you didn't listen. All right, well, that's my number 3 is Dead and Breakfast. What is your number 2 game?
It's that one that you just got off the pile.
Would you pretend that you're not? Okay.
It's Dice Miner!
Dice Miner. Surprise! Why Dice Miner?
I don't know, it's just really neat.
Okay, you know what?
I just think it's neat.
I'm gonna give you neat. I like that it's really just chill. It's a weird
I don't know,
mining Yahtzee.
It's chill at first, but I get really spiteful when I'm left with a lot of beer at the end.
I originally played this with Dylan and Emily and Jazz and Jim at Gen Con, and we got a few of the rules a little bit wrong, but it wasn't too hard to fix that when we got home. Mm-hmm. I think the rules sheet is like a page, 2 pages.
I don't know.
So it's the kind of game that's easy to learn, and then you have to get better at it, which I like. Simple rules are always good. I don't know. I think it's really chill. You think it's really mean.
Well, it can be both. It's
it can.
Chill and mean.
It can. And while I still want the mountain, the like deluxeified mountain,
yeah.
This one's really pretty and it works just fine. And there's something really satisfying about pouring those dice down the mountain so they fit in the little holes.
It's fun.
Yeah, I really like this one a lot more than I thought I would. And it's funny because we waited on this for a very long time.
It's very tactilely satisfying.
Yes, big fistfuls of dice.
It's good.
And somehow, even though it's very random because you're chucking dice, it still doesn't feel random. There feels like there's enough choices when you're deciding what you want to go for
weighing risks and stuff.
Yeah, so there's obviously a lot of randomness in a game that's built out of dice, but there are still decisions to be made, and you can still have
definitely.
a plan.
You have a great amount of control.
Yeah. So Dice Miner is Billie's number 2. My number 2 is my executive decision. And that's not cheating. It's just that we didn't play it till October 1st, but we didn't do this video yet, so we're including it. And that is The Hunger, which we got a while back because I said, look, it's like Clank, but with vampires. I love this game. I had such a good time with this.
It was a lot of fun.
I'm ready to play it again, like, right now.
Mechanically, I definitely prefer this. but I kind of like the theme of Clank better.
For a deck builder, and I said this when we were playing, I really enjoy how streamlined it is. In a lot of deck builders, you have cards that are currency and cards that are attacks. And in this, you can use those points to either move or to hunt. But it's the same pool of points. So not only are you, dealing with what you draw up in your hand and trying to build out your deck to be better, but you have the choice how to use those points. It's not being given to you. It's not like, oh no, I have 5 movement points and I can't hunt this time. You have the choice what you can do with those points. Also, some of the things that you can hunt are not fun to get in your hand. So you'll hunt something that's worth like 5 points, and then every time it comes up, you will be angry about that until you can digest them like
that
a
one
good
jerk
vampire.
With the holy water.
This board is beautiful. I loved this board. I love the artwork. I much, much, much prefer this to Clank, which I've always liked it, but it's never been one of my favorites. I would cull Clank to keep this. You wouldn't do that. But you wouldn't cull Clank anyway, no matter what.
That's probably true.
This is the Hunger, and we are going to play this again.
Oh, definitely.
Very, very soon. That's my number 2. What's your number 1?
The Guild of Merchant Explorers.
It is, and guess what? It's my number 1 too.
I am completely shocked and surprised.
I
had no idea.
I can't believe that you like the same game.
What a wild coincidence. Who could have foreseen this?
We talked about this game a little bit during Talk Like a Pirate Day. And if you can tolerate our shenanigans, there is a video of it.
That's still my favorite video that we've done.
This one is just you exploring and making trade routes.
You explore and you merchant.
Well, yes. We haven't even played all the maps yet.
No, we haven't.
There are more maps to explore, more trade routes to build. This is multiplayer solitaire. I can't do anything to stop you from building a trade route or scoring points. There is nothing I can do. You cannot be mean.
To be clear, that's not a bad thing.
No. I love this.
Yeah,
I just have my head buried in my little map the entire game. And by the way, the maps are beautiful sepia tone maps and beautifully colored tokens that aren't primary colored. Like I said before, my only nitpick with this is the coins. I wish there were either more or they were different sizes and easier to sort, so when you're changing them in and out, it would be easier. But otherwise, this is a nice, light game where you know what your 5 choices for exploration are, not movement, but exploration. You don't know what order they're coming in because this little deck got shuffled up along with whatever power you're going to have for that round. But so you can plan ahead. You know that eventually you're going to get 1 desert or 2 grass. You're just hoping that they come in the order that you want them to so you can score the most points. You can just keep your head right down, buried into your board, and just plot out the best route. And every time you explore a village, you get a new starting point. The next round, you can explore out further. I love this game.
This is one of my new favorite games of maybe the year so far.
It might be. You might see this one up on the top game of
the yearly wrap up.
Yeah. And this one I got at the big game party from AEG when we were at Gen Con. And I got to play this with 700 other people who were all playing the same map. And they had card girls holding up the sign for what card was on each turn. It was so much fun. Yeah, this is kind of my surprise favorite thing so far this year.
It was so good.
I'm trying to think, but it might be. Billy says I have to mention before we stop talking about Guild of Merchant Explorers that it looks like we're traveling by map, like they do in Indiana Jones or the Muppets, where you just see that the map with the little dotted line on it, which is so the best way to travel.
Yeah, it's great.
Those are the games that we played in September and some of our favorites. What did you get to play in September? Let us know down in the comments. Are you happy that it's finally fall?
The answer is yes.
The answer is yes.
Objectively, the best season.
It is the best season. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see,
or if you'd like to keep watching until we get one right,
then please subscribe, and share. If you want to follow us elsewhere on social media, all of that information will be down below. As always, open tables, open minds, and play yourselves.
Bye!
I think it looks better.
That's how you can tell it's fall. Sleeves.
Good practicing. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Hey there,
I
friends.
didn't say yes.
But you have to say yes. Are you good now?
Sure.
I don't trust you.
But you backed it. You gave these people money,
Yes.
and you don't know why.
Because it looks good.
We don't have a problem. Whole episode from the top. What was that?
That's my starting over song.
It's fun because it's good. I like it.
Okay, do
That's
better.
my professional review.
Do better.